first off, introduce yourself. What's your name?
Conrado Guerrero. I am a building engineer for Los Angeles Unified School District for the last 28 plus years, working out of the maintenance and operations C3, which entices downtown LA, parts of South Los Angeles, East Hollywood, and Koreatown. So.
Yeah. And so, yes, this is the first time that all three unions have bargained together. What was the effect of that?
Well, our contract expired over 2 years ago, so we had been on the table for over a year. But the solidarity of the teachers and the principals standing and the administrators standing with us, I think helped the district feel the pressure of not reaching an agreement with us at the table.
And that was obviously a bold decision by your union to work without a contract. I mean, what inspired you guys to do that?
Well, we went through this in our last cycle of contracts back in 2023. So we already knew we had many unfair practice charges already set up to make sure that our members were protected during this process.
How important was this contract for your membership? I mean, 24% raises. Have there been guarantees on hours before?
No, so the 24% raise is great, but the security, our secured hours is really important also, right? So by July 1st, 2027, no worker will be under 4 hours. That means that they are eligible for benefits. And that's very important for people that live in this area to make sure that we have that coverage, right? So
yesterday it looked, yesterday afternoon when we were down at the hall, it looked like it might head towards a strike. What happened between about 3 or 4 in the afternoon and 2 a.m.?
The reality, the mayor came in, right? And she came in committed to making sure that we were going to reach an agreement. She heard our stories. As she mentioned earlier, she had heard our stories from 2023. We had new stories for her. She worked with our Los Angeles delegation at the legislature level, made phone calls, talked to the governor, make sure that funding was coming into the school district, and help move that finish line closer to us.
So you credit her with stepping in as a mediator with getting it done?
Yes, definitely, yes. As she did the last time when we were here in City Hall in 2023, she played the same role, and this time she did it again.
One of the things she identified for freeing up more money was looking at subcontracting.
Right.
You were explaining to me, you work in, HVAC maintenance.
Right.
That some of the subcontracting the schools do doesn't make much sense.
Right. No, definitely. And subcontracting is costing the district more money in long term and stuff, right? So we're saying bring those funds back in, hire within, to make sure that the work is done by in-house people and stuff, right? So that's a way of finding revenue also. And the district committed to that, right? Little by little, we're going to start phasing out contractors where possible to make sure that those jobs stay in-house.
And what role do you think having the administrators bargain with you guys play?
They're the leaders at the school sites, but they're no longer just an association now, right? They're also part of the labor movement, so they understand their responsibility.
Did they just get their first union contract?
Yes.
So that didn't happen before?
No, exactly. So now they're on the same table as us, right? They would recognize us before, but they couldn't publicly be out there supporting, right? So now they're out there publicly supporting and making sure that our members are being heard and not being visible anymore.
What lessons do you think what happened here in LA can be taken for union members in other parts of the country?
Well, I think being transparent with your membership and solidarity with community organizations, political allies, and other labor partners within your region to make sure that you have solidarity. As you saw, Yvonne Wheeler was here talking from the Federation of Labor, and we had the support from LA County, many other labor partners and other labor unions here in Los Angeles that were supporting us in one way or another.
Having all three parties at the table together, what do you think made it happen this time, getting everybody on the same page?
I think we had already created a relationship with UTLA from our last strike, and then Maria Nichols came in and says, hey, I want to be part of this too. How can we support and stuff, right? So it's not something that just happened overnight. We had been working in conjunction with UTLA since our last contract cycle to make sure that when this would happen, we were ready for it.
You were saying, 2019 they had a strike, it was just the teachers. And you were saying yesterday to us that during the pandemic, there was a change in the way people looked at themselves as essential employees.
No, definitely, because our members were the ones out there in the front lines providing food for the communities and other services and stuff, right? So that made the shift happen. Like, hey, if we weren't there, what was going to happen and stuff, right? So our power, where our members are starting to learn our power, and victories like today is what makes them keep going forward and stuff.
Do you have anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to let the workers know that the power that we do out on the field reflects here at the table. So every action out there is important. Also, getting involved politically is important because, as you can see, money is coming from the state, and that's where we have to attack moving forward.
And what kind of hope and inspiration, final question, what kind of hope and inspiration do you hope that workers around the country take from this victory?
Well, I hope they look at what we're doing and see what they can learn from it, right? Take pieces that they can use in their areas to make sure that they have a stronger voice where they're at.
You brought up the importance of transparency with union members. How do you think that helped in this bargaining?
Well, the members have to understand why they're going to go out to fight for, right? If you don't make public how bargaining is going, making them understand what we're doing, what the fight is, then it's hard for them to make any movement out on the field and stuff, right? We had a lot of informational pickets involving, like after every meeting we had, we would make a video, put out posts of what was happening, so the members knew where we were at every step and stuff.
And you were saying, you work full time. Can you explain a little bit about your job, and what do you think is the importance of having rank and file leaders that are working every day in the schools?
No, definitely. I think our rank and file leaders are very important, just because, like myself, I'm here today, and after May 8th, I'll be back at work, up on the roof somewhere and stuff, right? But I'm also I switch hats very easily to make sure that the work that we need to do here is also being taken care of, so that, because I'm out on the field, I see what happens firsthand, so I can bring that to the tables where we're at and stuff. So.
And you think running a democratic union is important to building power?
Most definitely, yeah, because it's not just one person here, right? It's about everybody coming together and for the same goal. So.
Cool. All right.
All right.
Well, thanks.
All right.
Where can I get one of these cardigans?
Oh,
Can I buy one?
talk to who do we talk to?